This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
Congressman Dan Newhouse got an inside look at an agricultural powerhouse in Othello on Monday.
Drivers in Washington can begin using studded tires again on Wednesday.
Local men and women who moonlight as renegades on roller skates waxed the floor with one another during the Columbia Basin Roller Derby at Soap Lake High School on Saturday.
It was a low-scoring game between the Moses Lake Chiefs and the West Valley Yakima Rams last night.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Congressman Dan Newhouse got an inside look at an agricultural powerhouse in Othello on Monday. Monsanto uses state-of-the-art technology to develop breeds of corn, grain, and soybean that allow for larger produce, reliable yields in adverse conditions, and crop protection. Monsanto staff gave the congressman an overview about what they do and why they have the competitive edge in the business. After the roundtable meeting, the congressman was given a walking tour of the facilities to see firsthand how things are done. Newhouse says he was encouraged by the visit.
It was important for me to come and really understand what they do here. It has a big economic footprint, as well as the significance to the industry. So it's important for me to understand that, to know what their challenges are, to understand some of the things that I need to in order to pay attention in Congress if something comes through or bills come through that are pertinent to this kind of business.
I'm Sean Goggins for iFIBER 1 News. This segment is brought to you by
Maytag and the family Pooch have a lot in common. Both are loyal, both aim to please, and both are tenacious dish cleaners. But only one can sanitize. Maytag, what's inside matters.
Maytag Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
Drivers in Washington can begin using studded tires again on Wednesday. From November 1st through March 31st, drivers are allowed to use studded tires throughout the state. That applies to all vehicles in Washington, including those traveling from other states. The Washington State Department of Transportation says when the driving surface isn't covered in ice, studded tires can damage the road. State officials estimate that studded tires cause between $20 million and $29 million in damage to state-owned asphalt and concrete roads each year. That's why the Department of Transportation encourages drivers to talk with local tire dealers about stud-free traction tires that are legal for year-round use. DOT officials say drivers should be prepared early for winter weather. Winter driving tips include driving for conditions, which means slower speeds and slower acceleration, and leaving extra room between other vehicles. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
Local men and women who moonlight as renegades on roller skates waxed the floor with one another during the Columbia Basin Roller Derby at Soap Lake High School on Saturday. The sport itself is a bit obscure, but that's what makes it fun to watch. What's more fun than watching is being a part of the action, according to these ladies.
From the very first day, I was hooked. First time I hit somebody, it's like, this sport is for me.
It's a great feeling to hit and get hit. Even sometimes they'll hit you really good and you're like, that was awesome.
And for their families, the action for some of them is either fun or painstaking to watch.
It's very intense to watch, especially when you see the falls or something like that. Yeah. Sometimes in the beginning, years ago, I used to get a little nervous about it, and now, not a big deal. Not a big deal.
I think it's like really cool because I mean it's such a physical contact sport. I mean, like you're hitting girls and skating all around, and so I think that it's a lot of fun. I think it'd be cool to do. So yeah.
So here's how it works. Roller derby is a contact sport played by two teams of 5 members roller skating in the same direction around a track. Gameplay consists of a series of short matchups, also known as jams, in which both teams designate a jammer who scores points by lapping members of the opposing team. Saturday's matchup was Halloween-themed, and to find out more about the Columbia Basin Roller Derby, go to their Facebook page. I'm Sean Goggins for iFIBER 1 News.
It was a low-scoring game between the Moses Lake Chiefs and the West Valley Yakima Rams last night. Both teams suffered from first-string players being taken out of the game due to injuries, but the Moses Lake Chiefs managed to truck the ball down the field for a total of 2 touchdowns. The Rams were able to make it to the red zone multiple times, but just couldn't pass the goal line. The Moses Lake Chiefs shut out the West Valley Rams 14-0. After a major loss for the Chiefs a year ago against the Rams, head coach Todd Griffith spoke about the win.
Hey, don't be complacent. Look what it does. And, and those senior kids have definitely taken that to heart. They play hard, practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they play hard on Friday.
The Chiefs, who are 7-2, have a playoff game that is yet to be announced. And the Rams, who are 6-2, will hold another conference game against Wenatchee, who are 2-6, next Friday, November 3rd at 7 p.m. I'm Madison Meyer with iFIBER 1 Sports.
A spooktacular Tuesday is the highlight this week from the iFIBER 1 Weather Center. I'm Jeff Slakey taking a look at the basin's forecast. Upper 50s for your Monday with mostly sunny skies. Clouds start to roll in for Tuesday. Halloween, the high is going to be in the mid-50s and the low is going to be at about 32. That continues for Wednesday and Thursday. The clouds start to roll in during the overnight, where Friday we could see some morning showers. Temperatures dipping in the lows into the 20s for Saturday and through the weekend, where we could see a rain-snow mix. For iFIBER 1, I'm Jeff Slakey.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.